Hey guys, welcome back to the Twenteen podcast. I'm your co-host Caroline.
Co-host Kimmie.
And happy Halloween.
Happy belated
Halloween.
Very, very belated.
Very, very belated.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that like our schedules lined up the way that
way
it
better.
used to. Yeah.
Way better.
The way that it used to, like, but yeah, with school and your work schedule, it's just hard, you know?
It actually is.
Yeah. It's hard to come up with episodes and it's like, oh, do I do my schoolwork or do I edit a podcast episode? You know?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah, but I wish that our schedules just lined up better for us to really do the podcast more, because truly we love the podcast.
The podcast is definitely
we love the podcast and talking
we love
to each other.
We love yapping.
We love yapping.
We are yappers.
You can ask everybody around us. Unfortunately,
yeah,
they're always like,
out.
Yeah, they're always like,
yeah, when it's just like us two,
yeah,
we just allot time for each other to talk. We don't allow time for other people to talk.
Well, actually, what I say is that you guys need to jump in.
Yeah, jump in, double dutch.
Just jump in and cut us off, because if you don't, like it's gonna continue to be a highway that of just the two of us in our cars. Yeah, like just zooming as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So you guys need to cut us off and be like, wait, I have something to say.
And like,
I think people around us have gotten better at that. They're like, they're not gonna stop unless
they're like they don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, unless we cut in, they're not gonna stop talking, and we're gonna be all looking at each other like, so you're gonna jump in, or should I, or
are we
gonna? Yeah. But
so our Halloween costumes are different, Mabel, from Gravity Falls, because
we should have told them to guess.
Oh,
okay, forget we said that.
Yeah,
guys, guess who
guess who we are.
That's like a different YouTube channel. That's like that's like us being on like the Ryan Kids YouTube channel. Like, guys, do you want to guess? Do you want to guess who we are? We'll give you a second. Mabel is
Dora. Sorry.
Soy Dora.
Yeah,
you're correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but
we're Dipper and Mabel from Gravity Falls.
Yeah, we're twins.
Twins.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at us, you see twins.
Yeah, we give off twins.
It's like in Victorious. When they're like, we're brothers, we're twins. It's so hard to tell us apart.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
We know, guys.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
So hard.
Yeah.
Everyone calls me Caroline.
Yeah. Everybody's like, Kimmie, what are you doing here? I'm like,
guys.
Damn
Wrong
it.
twin.
Yeah. In the comments, you guys are just always like, oh.
Mix us up all the time. All the time.
So obviously we just decided to dress as twins.
Actually dress like twins.
Yeah. Y'all leave in the comments who you guys were for Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this episode comes out like a week after Halloween and not 2 weeks after Halloween. Because
it don't matter. It don't matter. It do not matter.
Then it'll be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Interesting. And also leave in the comments. Wait, did I say that already? I think I did. What they're dressed as.
Yeah, you already said
I said that. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, what would you guys want for Halloween? Did you dress up for Halloween? I did. I know I did. I dressed up for Halloween. Did you dress up for Halloween? No. Oh.
You already know what happened.
Do I?
Yes. You're gonna dress up. We're gonna dress up for game night. As
you were talking about that. I was talking about like the actual day of Halloween.
No, what did I do for Halloween? I watched the new Wizards of Waverly Place.
No,
so yeah, that's what I did. I had other plans, I think, too, but it got canceled. It got pushed back. So all I did was stay home and I watched Wizards of Waverly Place, and I still have to watch the Marvel show. What's it called? Sorry, with the witches.
Oh, Agatha All Along?
Yes, Agatha All Along. Because I watched WandaVision.
Yeah.
Thank you for being in my brain.
I was like, damn, is it? And the funny part,
no,
never watch WandaVision, never watch Agatha All Along.
I think I'm sitting here like,
yeah.
I think it's because I don't have my headphones on today. Like,
it's like discombobulated.
Yeah, I'm like discombobulated. I'm like, what am I saying? Did I say that already? It's like, I don't know why not hearing you through the headphones is messing me up for some reason. But yeah, I was like, I can't. It's like something has to sacrifice. It's either the headphones, my fit, and So sorry, guys. I'm a little thrown off. Maybe it's because I have one sock on.
You do have one sock on. It's so. Oh my god. We actually. I wanted to tell you about that. The next time that we film for the podcast, we should vlog like the whole entire time. So it's like we vlog like our process before we get here.
Yeah, you guys want all of that, because when I say that it's chaotic, like now it's giving like, oh yes, we're so prepared and
that's why I would love that
nicely, and it's just like you guys don't understand the chaos
always happens.
That's moments before we start pressing record.
Mm-hmm.
You think this is chaos and us just talking on the podcast is chaos? No, No,
you have not
you
seen
have not
the
seen
beast.
you have not seen the beginning. And then imagine vlogging on top of that. We won't start shooting until like
no, but
until midnight, and we're like, okay, time to shoot.
But I'm saying that'd be like so funny though.
Yeah.
Like just you sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna do my makeup. I need music. It's just blasting
like,
music.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's a little chaotic, and honestly we do talk the whole entire time before we even start the podcast.
Yeah, we do. It's a lot of talking.
So it's like you're gonna get.
It's gonna be time
episode.
lapse.
Yeah,
it's gonna be time lapse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
It's exactly us. That's literally
Amazing.
It's literally us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm hoping that, like I said, like that we could find a schedule that would help us to do more episodes.
Yeah.
Because I love making episodes.
I actually
it's just
do.
It's just the editing part. The editing. When I tell you guys the editing takes more than 5 hours, it does. It really does. Just with our 3 cameras and all that footage.
3 cameras, all
Premiere
the
Pro
yaps.
trying to work. It's a lot.
It's a lot of
And
yapping.
I was thinking of one day doing like editing the podcast so that you guys could see.
Yeah, I kind of want more.
But I don't know if y'all
behind
want
the
a 5 hour.
Not that. Girl, I'm gonna trim this shit
A
down.
5 hour editing episode.
Like, no.
Yeah, no, y'all should really see the time. Y'all should really see the time. Okay, that's why I think that we're gonna be great film people.
As in,
like we're gonna be great film people, like on set and like actually getting films done and everything like that. Because the time that we put into this is like, you know,
a lot.
It shows that we care.
It shows a lot of dedication.
It shows that we are dedicated to the craft.
We really are.
Yeah, yeah. We just love film,
we
love shooting.
We do.
We do. Now,
we do.
In that case, I think it's a great segue.
Just slow turn.
Into what we're gonna talk about today. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Halloween is spooky.
Oh my god, that's how we're gonna say it.
Yes,
Halloween is spooky,
and so is life.
I'm gonna say, but nothing spookier than real life. Nothing can
Nothing
scare me like real life.
Yeah,
like a Bill.
Yeah,
like a Bill
aging. Yes,
ooh, that's real scary.
Yeah, real scary. Job security.
Oh,
terrifying.
Health insurance.
No. Yes, and that's why we're going to talk about anxiety today.
Yeah,
because I feel like when we first started the podcast, we would dip our toes into like explaining our anxieties.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, but
I think we talk about like our fears and stuff like that, like like our external fears.
Yeah,
but we have a lot of internal fears that we want to discuss as well.
Yeah.
Should
I go first? 'Cause I think I was like, high key, like when me and you had talked at my house when we watched Halloween Town.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that should be a podcast episode.
Yeah. No.
Like, I was like, oh, that should be a podcast
we paused
episode.
the movie. What was it? We were like on
we
the third
paused,
Halloween Town.
Yeah, we paused
it and we talked the length of the rest of the movie.
No,
so
we talked more.
We talked more than that, actually. Yeah,
we talked more.
Yeah,
and then we're like,
it was like a 2-hour conversation.
Yeah,
because we never even got to finish it.
Nope.
So
yeah, because
recap.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah. Which I think are very valid fear anxieties, which is why I wanted to talk about it, because I was like, there has to be creatives out there who feel the exact same way that we do.
Yeah,
there has to be.
Yeah,
and I'm sure there is.
Just not even like creators. I think it's just like literally being in your 20s. Like it's just anxieties that come with you being in your 20s.
Yeah,
and it's just like starting
or having a dream.
Yeah, having a dream
of having a dream.
Having a dream. It's so much. I feel like no one talks about.
It's not easy.
No. Cause like I love that clip of like Tyler the Creator where the girl was like, oh, like, so like, you know, like she's like, she asked him a question, he's like, do it.
Yeah,
fucking do it.
And she's like, why won't you do it? He's like, I'm scared. And he said,
do it. Just do it.
Like, that's why.
Just do it.
Just do it.
He's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Start. Just do it.
Just start.
He's like, do it.
Just start.
And it's like every time I watched it, I'm like, no, there's like a real
like you hold yourself back.
Yeah.
In so many aspects when you let your anxieties take over.
Yeah.
And you even do it subconsciously, which is another thing. Like you don't even realize like that you're holding yourself back.
Because it's like, okay, so like the biggest example, or like at least when it's for me, what it feels like, it literally feels like you standing on like a ledge.
Yeah.
And you're about to like jump into like a pool.
Yeah.
That's really what it feels like. You feel like you're on the edge and you're about to jump into the pool. And it's so funny because it's like you can see the pool. You know what's in the pool. It's just water. You've jumped in the pool before.
1,000,000 times. Yeah.
But now you have to actually like, and now it's like it counts. Right. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, now
it counts.
So before it was like, oh, it was all fun and games. But now this counts. Now this is
important.
Yeah.
Now this time you have an audience watching.
Now you have to have an audience.
Yeah.
Now you it's like it's a lot of shit. So I feel like it's like
that's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah, it's like Olympic diving. You know, like the divers that it's like that. It's like you're not
because I know that practice this whole time. that pit in your stomach when it's like I'm like the water's gonna be cold.
Yeah, the water's gonna be cold.
Like I could do it wrong.
I'm gonna be
like
wet.
I'm gonna be wet. Like it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like and that anxiety.
What happens if I break my fingers? What happens if I suck in too much water?
And you know that none of this is like an actual like this isn't.
You've practiced.
It's not. Yeah,
you practiced too many times.
Like it's not.
You practice way too many times.
You know how to do it, but you've still
done it millions of times.
Hold yourself back.
You've done it millions of times. You have other people telling you, "Hey, you're really good at this. You need to do this."
Yeah,
and it's just like you're standing there and you're like,
and you want to do it. That's the other part.
Yeah,
like I want to do it.
You know, you visualize yourself jumping, and it's just stuck.
Visualize yourself jumping.
You literally
a lyricist
stuck.
Yeah,
and you're just like, I don't know why I won't jump.
Yeah,
like it's like your body knows that your mind. It's like again, you visualize a jump. You know how to jump. You know everything, and you're stuck.
Right.
And I know for me personally, it's just been happening a lot more recently where it's like I have all these great ideas. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like I even said I was like, oh, the streaming thing. Like I even had another conversation with Jamal. Like I was like, bro, seriously, like do you think I can stream? Because if I start this and I fail at it, I don't know if I'll be able to come back from this. And I told him, I was like, I think the biggest anxiety or the biggest part of like that pool is the fear of failure. Right. Like I cannot take failure. Right. Like I had a single mom. There's no such thing as failure. Right. I can't fail. Right. Like I have so much, and there's another thing too. Is like I feel like I have so much weighing on me, where it's like that fear of failure will literally cripple me. Like it will literally have me planted. Yeah.
Then it's like, I think, because I think I was telling you how I was speaking with my dad, and I was telling him, I was like, oh, I failed at, you know, making these YouTube videos or whatever. Because I remember I got in my head, I was like, I'm going to make YouTube videos. I'm going to make them every single week, and I'm going to grow an audience. And I did. I don't think it was exactly how I wanted my YouTube channel to be. Like, it wasn't exactly the genre that I wanted to be in, but I did technically complete a goal, which was to gain audience, or like try to like bring people into what I wanted them to really see, even if I wasn't originally doing the original idea. But I remember I was speaking to him and I was like, oh yeah, I failed at making those YouTube videos or whatever, and he was like, no, you didn't. I'm like I did though, because I stopped making them, and he's like, no, he's like, you didn't fail at it, you tried. And my head, him saying that to me, I was like, oh, I guess, like, because no one's gonna tell you, no one's gonna like make a ribbon at the end of a line and be like, when you hit this ribbon, you succeeded. Especially when it comes to something creative. And so in my head, I was like, well, I didn't make 1,000 subscribers, and I didn't blow up from this, and I didn't. In my head, I was like, and nobody saw my creativity, and I was doing this, but what was my artistic endeavor in this? And I saw it as a failure in that way. And when he said, because you tried, you succeeded, I was like, oh, that is true. Even if in my head I didn't go, I still tried it though. I still tried to get there, and I ended up succeeding in different areas, I checked off different boxes, but I still was succeeding, and I didn't see like that. I was like, I fail at everything. Like I try this and I try that and it doesn't work. And it's like, just trying is succeeding. I also think it's a lot of people generation that we're in though, because as much as we love Gen Z, as much as I'm like, oh, I love Gen Z, I love this generation we're in, we are also super hypercritical of ourselves and of others. Because like somebody will have an opinion on TikTok and it's their opinion, and they will literally be like, yo, it's my opinion. You'll have the floodgates, a think piece
of just think pieces,
a think piece for 2 months.
And
it's like, are we still talking about the same topic? You've squeezed it
Yeah,
I was telling Kimmie, it's a raisin. You squeeze it, it's dry.
And it's to the point where the original person was like, yo, it was my opinion. That's my view. It doesn't bother you.
Yeah, but even if it did bother you, like, okay, you said
damn,
you're one piece, move on. They make 5, 6, like 10 parts, 10 parts,
fucking
like
series out of
explaining every single niche of why this was wrong and why their opinion is right. And it's like, okay, like you could just disagree and move on. We don't need a piece.
And I think that's like that. Like I said, we're so hypercritical of others, which makes us hypercritical of ourselves. Right. Where it's like, oh damn, I don't want to post this because if I post this and somebody else has this opinion or whatever, and they just tear me to shreds because it's like I'm not like I'll be like, oh, well, I'm not qualified, but it's like, yeah, no one's qualified on fucking TikTok. Nope, none of these bitches are qualified. Right. I'm sorry. You think they have like a fucking master's degree in communications or some shit or like fucking history? They don't. They're literally 20. They are failing science and U.S. history as we speak, but have the nerve to pick up their phone and go on TikTok and fuck you over because they're like, well, I'm not gonna do my homework. Like that's literally it. It's like that simple, like that stupid simple, like simplicity of it. It's like, so like I said, I had that conversation because I was like, I've always wanted to stream, and I've always been like, damn, am I entertaining enough? Like, am I actually gonna be something like somebody wants to actually like watch? And it's
chat, tell Kimmie she's
come on, chat.
Come on, chat.
No, because it got to the point where even at DreamCon, that conversation that we had with the people with like Harry Potter, whatever. Dead ass, one of the guys was like, bro, like, cause he was like, oh, he streams. He's like, bro, I have to get back on streaming with you. But I was like, yeah, you should. Like, you know, you're like funny. And he's like, yeah, you're like funny as shit too. Like, you should start streaming. Like, he's like, do you stream? And I was like, no. And he's like, you should start streaming. That shit's like, he's like, you're
and
funny.
He doesn't even know you.
Doesn't know
he doesn't know
that I'm
you.
actually crazy as fuck. Like, he don't know how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, he doesn't know that that's something that you actually wanted to do. And I feel like what's crazy about life is that you get so many confirmations of things that you're supposed to do. Yeah. You know, like even like people coming up to you and be like, oh, you're so creative. Or, oh, like that's people literally like nudging you and being like, hello, hey.
No, and that's like the weird part too.
That's life being like, you need to do this.
Yeah, because like even at work, like especially the month of October, like even at work, because I had to like decorate for a little lobby or whatever, and I didn't buy the decorations. One of my coworkers did, and I was just helping her decorate, and she's just like, wow, you're like really good at this. And I was like, I'm just putting cobwebs in a tree. Yeah. Like I'm doing something. I'm like, this is not creative. And she's like, no, you're really good at the cobwebs. And then she like forced me to do the rest of the like the lobby with cobwebs. Cause she's like, you just know how to work this. I don't know how to do this. Like, and I'm just sitting there and it got to the point where I decorated like the whole entire lobby. Cause she was just like, no, you're just like really good at this. Wow. Like you really know like, and she's like, yeah, you're like so creative. And she said that word. And I was like,
that word.
And I was like, decorating like I'm not using my brain. I literally told her, I was like, oh, I'm not using my brain. I just think this would look funny here, and I put it there.
I think what's so crazy is that we're creatives, right?
Yeah.
And to us it comes so easily. Yeah. So I didn't realize that because it comes so easily to us, we're like, oh, it comes easy to everybody. Yeah. And it doesn't. Like it really doesn't. And
I think that's something that's like hard to really stop and be like, oh,
that's why they're like, you're so good at it, because
yeah, I guess so.
I've seen some people and it's like they get frustrated that they can't create, and I'm like, oh, that's I didn't crazy. Know. I thought that like everybody had that ability to create. Like for my job, they're like, oh, like everybody has to make a flyer, right? And then like I'm the main person, like I'll make a flyer and da 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 da, and other people are like, I don't want to do that, and I'm like, why? I'm like, it's so easy, and they're like, no, it's just not
for you.
For you.
For you.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, no. Show me. Like, I can help you make the flyer. And you're like, oh, what if we do this? And I'm like, why did you?
Just snorted.
I'm like, why did you do that?
You said.
I'm like, but I
So how you got there?
And I'm like. And they're like, man, just fix it. Damn. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
No. I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it like that. And it's honestly true. Like a lot of people, they have other strengths. And that's why in science or in you know, and programming and stuff like that, like they just don't really have that creative thing, which is why I think that creativity is also so important to keep. You know, like keeping schools and not get rid of the music and the arts and whatever, and not underfund the music and arts.
Yeah,
it's so important. It's so important. Every aspect of your life in some capacity had design involved, had arts involved, had flyers, digital chair design, bed design, all wallpaper design, everything that you have.
It's for a reason. And I think like what's even crazier is because it's like, because you're creative, you also come to like conclusions of problems in a different way. Where like I'll be at work and I'm like, oh, so why don't we just do X, Y, and Z? And they're like, you know, I didn't think of it that way. And it's like, I'm in medicine. It's like I don't get more like analytical or logistical than this. But I'll just be like, oh, so like, can we just like do this instead of this? And they're just like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. And I'm like, these are pharmacists I'm working with. These are people that went to school for this shit. They should know how to. But like, no,
it's like they know an equation. Like they know, like you said, like they know X plus Y equals this. And we don't plug anything into it. No. Because we're bad at math. Done. Because we're bad at math, we have to find every other way to get to the answer. So they know the equation, and we literally threw that pamphlet out that had the equation on it, and we have to figure out a different way to get to the answer. So it's like, you know,
it's so funny because it's so true. We just said, so the equation's done, and they're like, no, you actually have to solve it. You're like,
you took a whole different route, but you got the same answer. Like you still got a correct answer, which happens in life. But they know. Plug it in. They can't see anything differently. They can't. You know. So well, not that they can't, but it's harder for them to think outside of what was built. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
So I feel like just in general, creativity has to be.
I think it needs to be harped on. It needs to be appreciated. And it's
appreciate me. I want to be appreciated. You know what I'm talking about?
Which makes it funnier.
You don't know that the Asian lady, she's like, I want to be appreciated.
No, that's why I started laughing even harder. Okay. I was like, what?
Never mind.
I was like, she's gonna explain it. I was like, not on my TikTok. Not on my TikTok.
That was like so far, like so long ago, like in the past. Yeah, sorry, continue.
But like it's gotten to the point where I like even today. Even today, we were talking to my mom because my mom has started up her crochet business. She has the LLC, the Sun Biz, what the hell ever that's called. Like she has everything. She's actually set ready to actually start. Like everything. And my mom was like, "You guys have to start making content for me or whatever." And I think as soon as she said it, it was like light bulb moment. I was like, Caroline, you have a film company. And you're like, oh yeah, like I would just have to go out to other companies and ask them like, oh, do you need a commercial? I was like, we got one right here.
This is where you start.
And then my mom was like, yeah, might as well just do it. She literally was like, just start it. She's like, because that's what I said. I was like, well, might as well start it because like she's like, what's the worst that can happen? And I was just like, wow,
true.
What's the worst that can happen?
Very true.
You started it,
and
then people are gonna hate you because you started something that they couldn't. And I think that's the issue why people are so hypercritical sometimes. And it like.
Because they're holding themselves back. They're like, wait.
Yeah, I have to hold you back. I can't. That's all they say.
I couldn't. You can't.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
And then something else that I also realized, and I was like, damn, I was saying this like all 2021 when I was like so like, I was such a film bro, but as a woman. Just gross.
Just
gross.
Don't worry, I've had my moments.
You have to.
I've had my critiques, and I'm like, whoa, we're being too critical. It's a children's ballet performance.
It's literally
a kid's ballet recital. We don't have to critique the lighting and the composition.
You actually have to. Actually, as a film student, you have to bring it back. Down. You have to reel it in. And
you actually have to shut the fuck up. Try it sometime.
It's free.
You can do it.
I know you can.
I know you can.
No, because you know what's so funny? It's because in 2021, that's when I first started like the whole like film classes thing. And I remember so vividly the screenwriter teacher pissed me off so bad. I remember I got so pissed off.
I know his name. Should I say it?
No. God forbid this man.
Right? He's like,
he's both like, I was
he's
right.
the only screenwriting teacher, actually.
He is.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because like he pissed me off so bad. Like one day, I mean, like ripped my script into shreds, and I was just like, wow, it wasn't even necessary. And I think he only did that to certain people. He only did it to women.
He did that. Yeah. Oh, I was like, I think he did it to everybody, and then I was like, oh no, I'm a woman, and he did it to me.
Yeah, he did it only to women.
Right,
because there was a guy that wrote like this really like half-ass script. What do you mean half-ass? He was like, so we're gonna go here, and then there. It's like it was supposed to be like a. Oh my god, what's that one? It's supposed to be like a Sin City. He was trying to make Sin City, so he's like, okay, so they go be here, and they go figure this out, and they go here, and they go figure this out, and that's literally how the script was written.
Right.
They're here. This person and this person's here on the phone having conversation. Like literally, I'm not shitting you.
Yeah.
We're at Subway. This character and this character are having a phone conversation.
Did he actually write a
phone
script?
Conversation?
That's what the script said?
I'm reading it word for word.
Oh.
This is the format.
Okay.
Phone conversation. Character. Size. XYZ, 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 XYZ. Next character. Laughs. I was like,
that's it.
I said, what the fuck? Then after that phone conversation, they went to another location and they found a dead body. And they went to this location. And it was just like, that's how he wrote it. And my teacher was like, oh, I really like this idea. I think this is like a good idea. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My idea was Wait,
hold on. I just want to say, that's funny because he would, like, every time you do a phone conversation, he'd be like, phone conversations are boring.
Yeah, he did it to somebody else in there. So I was like,
phone conversations are boring. He's like, don't write them. Don't write them for that long.
Yeah.
They're boring. And I'm like, true, but like, that person didn't say nothing to?
Like, so you just expect them to pick up the phone and be like, hello?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Like, we don't have split screen technology. We
don't know how to edit.
And what's so funny, I remember he was harping on one student too about a picture frame. Because she was like, oh, the character looks at a picture frame and feels sad. He said, who does that? And she was like, it happens in a whole bunch of movies. Like, nobody does that though, so take it out. I'm like, damn. Like, I was like, the amount of movies, and what's so funny is then, like, the next time I watched the movie, a character literally did that. Looked at a picture of their dad or somebody and was like, wow. And then moved on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
that's
like,
Hallmark. That's Hallmark.
Yeah.
That's, oh, no one does that? Talk to the company Hallmark, the $1 billion company.
I'm sure they do
Hallmark.
it in a Transformers movie somewhere once upon a time or something.
Transformers? Another one.
They do it in a whole bunch of movies. And he was like harping on, I remember this one girl about it. Like, people, and she's arguing back and forth with him. I was like, listen. Huh. And what's so funny, he'd be like, you don't have to listen to my opinions. You guys don't have to take all of my notes. And then he's like, you can keep it if you want it. If you believe in it, you could keep it, right? And then the next class, he'd be like, so why didn't you change that?
No, he was delusional.
Like,
he was so fucking delusional.
He's like, I told you to change that. That's horrible.
No, because okay, so what my idea was it was gonna be like so I had recently watched on Netflix, it was like a play with like Kerry Washington and like her like white husband or whatever, and their kid got like so it was like that.
I couldn't watch that.
No, it's
sad.
It is sad, but it's perfectly acted and everything. And I said, oh, that's such a cool idea. I don't know why people don't do that more. And it's one location. They set it up in a way where it could be. And I said, okay, so
like Malcolm and Marie.
What?
Malcolm and Marie was Zendaya and what's that other guy? Oh, okay,
never mind. Watch that.
Never mind, but it's the same premise. They're just in a house.
Yeah, it's because it's Denzel Washington kid. I hate his kid. His kid can't act, so I said I'm not gonna watch that shit.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, so what ended up happening was I saw that one and I said, oh, that's really cool. So what I thought was, oh, it'd be even cooler premise if they were a arguing couple, because they were arguing technically. So I said, okay, so a woman finds out her husband's cheating on her through a PI. Like she hires a PI, finds out her husband's cheating on her, and she confronts him at her house. Right. And then because there's like a lot of resentment there and just like arguing, they're just gonna argue until the point where they break out into a fight.
Like an actual
like
fight?
A physical fight. And then because they're physically fighting and they're just, it's all emotions and everything's so like hyped up, she'll kill him. Ooh. Like she'll like stab him. Like type shit. And then like I was like, oh, after she stabs him, it's like she kind of like gets clarity, like hides his body or whatever. And I was like, and for the last shot of my fucking script, I wanted her to have like the sun like literally rising. She holds a cup in her hand and she's drinking it like coffee or whatever. And she's like drinking it and she's in a robe and she's like looking like literally just like leaned up against like the kitchen sink, just drinking or whatever. And like you're not seeing anything, but then you just hear like faintly police sirens. And it's like, that's how it would end. And I was like, yeah, you don't know if she got caught or if the police sirens is for somebody else. Like, you just have no clue. But it's just you seeing the clarity, the serenity on her face, like just so serene and everything on her face that it's like, oh, wow, that's crazy. And that's how I wanted it to end. He ripped my shit to shreds. He was like, that's not how people argue. They always cut each other off. They would not be listening to each other. And I said, okay, but that's not what I want. And I told him, I said, that's not what I want. Because if they cut each other off, the audience has no clue what's going on.
Right.
And I said, that's up to the actors when to cut each other off. I'm giving it to the liberty of the actors. He said, oh, well, these are like, he's like, I don't know what actors you think you're going to get. And I said, that's up to the actors. No, that's up to the actors. I don't care if they're brand new or they do improv Thursdays. That's up to the actors because that's their job. I'm sorry, I'm about to get heated. On a film set, okay? Everyone you hire, you have to believe they can do their job fully. If I hire actors, who am I to sit there and tell them they need to do it exactly how I want it to without their input? This is not just my vision, it's everyone's collective vision. That's what happens on a film set. It's everybody's collective vision.
It's teamwork.
It's all teamwork.
So you're directing, it's still collaborative.
It's still up to the actors' interpretations. If they read the script and go, I don't believe they are mad at this point, I think they're mad at this point. And I'd be like, okay, let me see how you'd acted. And they would have to show me how they believe it is. And if I go, okay, yeah, that's better. Fucking that's better.
And honestly, if casting wise, they were hired. Like you said, you trust, you went through all of the candidates and you said this person right here.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they could tackle what I'm giving them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They're actors.
Yeah.
They should fully believe in themselves to get the job done and be completely okay. I'm going to shed away all my insecurities, all my whatever, and do this properly. Then that's what the fuck they are. They're actors.
Right.
So when he was like, oh, you're not going to find actors good enough like that. And I said, oh, okay. I said, I'm leaving it up to the actors because I believe that the actors can be able to do this. The actors that I hire, I feel like they'd be able to do this. Then he was like, oh, why are they still arguing? And I said, it's an argument. That's how couples argue. He's like, oh, are you in a relationship? Is this how you and your spouse, like your significant other, argue? I go, well, we actually talk in a healthy relationship, and I've been in toxic relationships, and this is how we argue in toxic relationships. You dig at each other. You call each other bitches. You call each other's, oh, yo dick game weak. Bitch, I've been faking this shit all the time. Oh, you think you're hot shit? Bitch, I don't like your fucking macaroni. It's like shit like that. You're trying to hurt the other person. So in my shit, I was literally like, oh, she was supposed to literally be like, I put myself on the back burner for you for all these years to make sure you fucking shine. And this the shit that you do to me. And he's like, bitch, you will never have been anything without me. Shit like that. Real fucking shit that happens. And he was just like, they wouldn't argue like this. And I said, they're not loving. They're not loving.
You know what's crazy?
It got to the point where he just kept on, like, every line that happened, he stopped and dug. Stopped and dug. To the point where I muted myself and I cried because I was like, I'll cuss this white man out. I'll cuss this white man. Cause I'd be like, what's your IMDb? Where's your credits? Where's your credits?
Yes.
Where's your credits?
Yes.
Where's your credits?
Yes.
Where's your credits?
That's what I was gonna say.
Where's your credits?
You know what's crazy?
Because they
say those who can't do
teach.
Clock it.
Clock it.
And I went to go because I had a similar experience with him, and I literally went to go check his credit. No, but also I think it's just also that we're black. Yeah. And like the way that we speak sometimes is not the same way that I guess certain white people would argue. So then when we write our scripts, we make it sound like other black people because we're black. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then he was just a little bit harsh on some parts of the process. And for my script, it was about he also got on my script too. It was about this guy. It was
I said not surprised.
Not surprised. It was about this guy, and he was like at the beginning of the script, he's with his wife, and his wife is like doing the pregnancy, like what's it called, like infertility shots, because she's trying to get pregnant.
Okay.
And so she's doing it. And she's like, oh, you're gonna stay with me tonight, remember? And he's like, oh, I have something to do tonight for work. And she's like, oh, but you promised that tonight you're gonna stay. And he's like, oh, I really gotta do it because this is a big presentation tomorrow. Da, 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 da. And she's like, okay, whatever. And he goes, and where he ends up going is like this motel where he meets up with this other girl, and who's obviously his mistress, and she's talking to him, and she reveals that she's pregnant. And then he's like, she's like, oh, if you don't give me money, I'm gonna tell your wife. She's like, I heard that she's trying to get pregnant. How do you think she'll feel when she knows that I'm pregnant? Right? So then I had put a line in it that was like, oh, you think you're wasting your good shots on me, or something like that. Or like, oh, and then he was like, you shouldn't write it like that. I'm like, what do you mean? And like literally when I say that, everybody else in the class was like, she's talking about like, you know, like sperm, like, you know, like you're gonna waste your good, like you're wasting your good shots on me, or something like that, right? And then everybody in the class like, no, because he was like, no, she wouldn't say it like that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, he's like, change this to like, you're gonna waste your good sperm on me. I'm like,
no,
that's so like
that's so you know what it is? You know what it is?
What?
That's so old white man.
Yes,
so old white man.
That's what I'm saying. There's like a discrepancy between like, you know what I'm saying? And then that's like blocking your creativity. Yeah. You know, because it's like, this is how I would see it because this is my creative vision, and you're changing it to how you would see it because you're seeing it through a white man's perspective. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, I felt like the way that I wrote it was more interesting. You know, you have to really think about the dialogue of what she's saying. Yeah. Because in a way, you're wasting your good shot on me is wasting a good life on me. Wasting a good. It could be anything. It could mean so many things.
And the funny part is, and what it means. Actor could then interpret it into anything and say something completely different. Right. And you're like, damn, I like that better because I didn't think of that. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what killed me because I was just like, because at the end of that class, like. That literally at the end of he was like, I want to speak to you at the end of the class. This is all through Zoom too. He was like, I felt like I hurt your feelings. And I told him, I said, personally, I don't care that you hurt my feelings. I said, what I do care is that I'm telling you this is what I want to do, and you're actively telling me no. Yeah. I said, that's where I crossed the line at. Because I'm telling you this is what I want to do because I had to think about it.
And it's your creativity.
And I said, and this is what I wanted to do. And you're telling me they don't argue like that when I know they argue like that. Because what did he also teach us? Know your characters. My characters are going to argue like that. Not yours. Not yours in your little fuck ass Barbie house. My Barbie dream house. Yeah. That's how they argue. Yeah. That's how they talk to each other. That's the curse words they use. That's the lingo that they use. And I literally was just like, bro, you told me to know my characters, and I literally deep dived into these characters, and I really believe this is how these characters would argue. And he said, are you sure? I said, yes. And he goes, okay, so maybe just have them cut each other off some more. He's like, but I don't like the ambiguous ending. Audiences don't like ambiguous endings. And then I literally sat there and I said, that's strange, because Inception is an ambiguous ending. Batman was an ambiguous ending. And what's that man's name? Who? That's the man that directed both of them. Hold on, I'm about to fact check this shit. Because everyone loves this motherfucker. Yeah. And his ambiguous ass endings. Yeah. How do you end a Batman ambiguous?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, he will flip-flop, because the end of my script was that he ends up killing her, puts her in the car, drives her to the Everglades, dumps her body in the Everglades, and before he could pull away, like the police sirens come on. So it's basically around the same type of ending that you had.
We really are twins. Because me and you picked the same fucking scenario, just flipped. Yeah. You picked him with his mistress, and I picked him with his wife. Yeah. Yeah. And you picked him killing his mistress, and I picked her killing him. Holy fuck. No, wait a second. Now, wait a damn minute.
In a different universe, like.
Actually, same universe.
Same universe. They're twins.
Same universe, same people, but it's just it's like what happens. So it's like he comes home late because I did have him like, he come home at a weird time. So he comes home late because he just finished killing that bitch, and he's just like, fuck, I might have to kill this bitch too, and that's why he ends up fighting her, right? Because he's like, another dead body. It's nothing now. I'm already here. Yeah, and she kills him.
Yeah, but he didn't say anything about my ambiguous ending, so it's like he would flip flop. But for that same script, I remember he had he was digging at me for something completely different. He was digging at me, and I just remember.
Did he dig at you for a location?
I don't,
because he asked me where my location was, and I said,
Yeah.
"Sir, this is pre-production. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah,
I said,
he
"What
wanted
are you
them all
talking
to be
about?"
set in Florida.
Yeah, and I was like, "Fine,"
because he said, "Oh, this would be realistically if you were actually shooting here, like because you live here, like if you're shooting it for your next class." Which
yeah,
next
and
class
I literally said,
production class.
Okay, I'll
like,
get an Airbnb.
Physically gonna do this or whatever, right? So yeah, he was digging at me about something else, and I just remember I just like muted my mic and I let him keep talking, and I was just silent. I was just quiet. And then it was quiet for so long. It's like when he finished talking, it was silent for so long. And we were just both all just sitting there on Zoom, just like, dead ass quiet. Because I was sitting there, I was like, I'm over it. And he goes, Caroline. He's like, did I hurt your feelings? I'm like,
you know what's even funnier about that too, bro? What is so funny about Caroline? One of the things, and I think I've told you this multiple times. One of the things I love about Caroline is when she's done, yo, she get the fuck up and go. There is no stopping Caroline. Caroline's like, it's such a good thing to see because it's like, wow, you could just do that.
I didn't.
Like,
what am I finishing the conversation for? Obviously, we're not getting anywhere. Obviously, you don't see my point. I don't see your point. There's no point in finishing this conversation. We're done. It's done.
I know,
done.
but I just
Let's
think
go.
I think that's just so like that's like so cool of you because it's like another thing too. Caroline is like. She's so strong in her own idea where she's just like, if I'm wrong, then you're gonna have to fucking watch me be wrong. Like that's it. Like you're just gonna have to fucking watch me be wrong because I'm gonna get this done and it's gonna get done and you're gonna have to just watch me be wrong.
I mean,
like
shit,
that's it.
Shit.
And I think it's such a Leo trait.
If we sat here and argued, we're not gonna get it done.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. So I'd rather do it. If it's wrong, then fuck.
Yeah.
But like, at least we did it.
Yeah,
at least we fucking did it.
I know, but that is just so funny. You're such a lion for that. Like that is such like a hard headed thing to do. That bitch said, yeah. So we just sat there on Zoom, just quiet. And I know she was just like, I know she sat there and was scrolling on Instagram. Like she was done with the conversation. She said, well, I muted myself, so I don't give a fuck what he gotta say.
But then what's so crazy is that then the next time we came up with my script and it was my turn next class, was he nicer to me? Want to answer that? Yeah,
he was. Yeah, he was.
Did he come and speak to me in a tone that was polite and like professional?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He didn't come at me any type of way, which was what he was doing in the first place. It's like, okay, shit. Like at this point, I am an adult though. Like, yes, I'm a student, but I'm also an adult. And this is also, if this was a real film set, you can't just talk to anybody in type of way. Because I personally wouldn't ever do that to anybody else.
Yeah.
Just because I'm in charge, I'm gonna speak to you any type of way like you're slow or you're stupid. I hate when people do that. Don't do that to me.
That's a huge pet peeve of mine.
If you can't explain it to me, that's your fault.
Yeah.
If you can't explain it to me in a kind way, that's your fault. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
That's not my fault. Don't speak to me like that. Because I'm not gonna talk. I'm not talking no more. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
And that's why I think it's just so funny. Sorry. I could just see me like
I've hit that mute. Cause I could feel I was already agitated. Like I could feel like when you about to start crying, it was in my throat.
In
your
throat. Oh, it's always be in your throat.
Because it's like anger. It's like anger.
It's
the
pure.
Anger turns into like it comes out as like crying. It's like no, but I'm angry. Like I'm crying, but I'm not sad. I'm like physically angry.
Yeah.
Like,
no. I know what you're talking about.
Physically angry.
Yeah.
So I was like,
it's like it's like it's a type of anger, and it's so funny because like. Every time I try to explain it, I'm like, no, I sound like I kill people.
Yeah.
I sound like I have people in my basement. I don't have a basement. I had to put that out there. Yeah. But it's like, I feel that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it be right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Mm-hmm. And you're just, and then it's like the last ditch effort. Mm-hmm. Your head goes, is that we stay silent?
But if we
act the fuck out.
But if we were in person,
it's only that time.
And if we were in person and not just because it was Zoom and I could mute myself and literally like whatever the fuck. Even if we were in person, I bet you I would just stop talking.
You would.
And I'll be sitting in my desk and we both just be looking at each other like.
Yo, Caroline is one thing. She's always so brave. I'm always always a little bit timid when it comes to stupid shit like that. Caroline be like. Well. He be like, Caroline, I hurt your feelings, and she still look at him like, just like not even no emotion, just.
I guess we should move on.
Exactly, that's it. I think we should move on.
I guess we should move on.
No, because Caroline, if I hurt your feelings, Think we should move on.
Yeah.
Think we should move on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I literally I admire that about you. I think we've only talked about it briefly.
Yeah.
Of like that still my favorite Caroline moment. That one time we were at Twin Peaks.
But that was like the furthest extent of it though.
No, but I swear to you, I swear to you, I've never seen some shit like that. And after that I said, yeah, no, she's actually like, you can't bully this bitch to do nothing. That bitch said, okay, I'll pay my check outside.
That's what I said was
no. Word for word, what you said was, all right, so we're done here.
I think we're done here.
So we're done here. I said, oh, and she said, yeah, I'll pay.
I think we're done here.
Yeah, we're done. Well, I'll pay for my check.
I said no, I'll go home. That's literally what I said. I think I'm ready to go home. So
no, we're done here. No, you know what it was? You know what it was? Right before you did that, you said, wow, really? No, are you being serious? Yeah, we're done here. I'm going home. No, I'm going home. No, because we're done. No,
I just don't think that there's like, if it's not making sense, why am I explaining it? Like, I don't know, like, why we're sitting here explaining, like, I don't know if anybody else understands that logic. Like, why are we explaining? Like, if it was a true argument, it's like, okay, you have good points, I have good points,
yeah,
and we're actually gonna get somewhere and come to a head. But then it's like, first of all, there's a couple of stipulations. If you're lying, and I know you're lying, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and play with you. Everybody else can believe whatever the fuck they want to believe, and I don't give a fuck if you think that I did X, Y, Z, and I did whatever the fuck. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I really don't. Like, I will still live my life, and everybody else could think that I'm a demon, hellspawn. I don't give a fuck. Okay, go ahead and lie on me. I know that you're lying. You know that you're lying. Yeah. So then at that point, shit, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go. Why am I gonna sit here and try to fight my case? I said what I had to say, and I said the truth because I know I'm not gonna lie. There's no point for me to lie. Yeah. I'm gonna say my truth. Mm-hmm. Shit. Okay. And it's like the thing about the truth is like we could both have different opinions on like the but it's still the truth, but we both have different opinions on the truth. You get what I'm saying? What
it is about the truth is it don't matter if you guys have two different perspectives of the truth. There's still undeniable facts
and truth.
Yeah. That's so it'd be different if it's like, oh no, I think Caroline's favorite color is blue because I seen her room blue one time.
Right.
And
I'm like, no, it's actually orange.
Yeah.
Like I don't like different. Yeah.
It's different. Yeah. But the undeniable fact is your room is blue.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's something where it's like, no, but your room is blue, right?
True.
Oh, okay.
True.
It's blue. Yeah. But that's what killed me because you said, oh, really? Seriously? No, really? Yeah, we're done here. She picked this shit up like a fucking business meeting. She said, yeah, we're done here. No, I'm gonna go home. No, I actually have nothing else to say.
To me, there's literally no point at all. Like, no point. But yeah,
she said no. There's like no point.
There's no point.
No, I know, but I just had to say that's like one thing that I admire. It's like the minute Caroline sees that the conversation is just not gonna benefit her, she just shuts the fuck up. She's like, yeah.
It's not even about a benefit. It's usually just like, what are we playing at? Like,
no. It's if it doesn't benefit you, because it's different if it came to you with actual criticism. You'd be like, oh shit, I didn't think of it that way. But it wasn't, and you knew it wasn't real criticism, so that's why you just shut the fuck up. And you just shut the fuck. You like, yeah, it's alright. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's also that fact, real criticism, because I had another instance where it was just like, you don't even know me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Like, you don't even know me. What are you talking about? I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'm getting up and leaving. I'm going home. Yeah. Like, I didn't even drive myself here, but I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, no.
I didn't even drive myself here, but I'm gonna go home. I don't know how. I'm a Uber.
No, but that's my thing.
50 minutes away from home, I'm an Uber.
If it's a real criticism, I feel like people have to understand that. If it's real criticism, Caroline will take that. Like, it's not like she just is not up to it. It has to be a real criticism. It has to be something where it's undeniably in front of her face and she goes, you made a good point.
Or if I hurt your feelings, like I genuinely feel a lot of like everybody else, not everybody else, but I genuinely feel upset when I make somebody else upset, or I really hurt their feeling and I didn't understand that I was hurting their feelings. You know what I'm saying? And if you can explain it in a way where I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I understand. I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Or, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like it was misconstrued. It was, you know, I misinterpreted it or whatever. I didn't think that that's how you felt. And I feel like that simple, decent human connection and conversation, a lot of people don't do that.
They don't. And I think that's also the thing. We also just came to the conclusion that film teachers that we have all suck.
Well, not all of them. I like my high school film teacher. He was literally the best.
Well, I was talking about from Broward College.
Oh.
Yeah. They all suck.
Not all of them, actually. Remember the girl, the lady?
Zoila.
Yeah, she was good.
I love that lady.
She was really good.
I did just say her name. Yeah. But I didn't realize. Sorry.
It's her whole name. Her whole government.
No, I love her for the fact of she really was on some shit like, if I don't see why you want to make this, but you really want to make it, prove me wrong, bro. Yeah. That was her whole thing. She said, I really don't get it. Yeah. But you seem to really like it. So fucking make it. Yeah. Because this one lady was like making her whole entire like film thing was like cockroaches. Like shit you not, cockroaches. And she's like, oh yeah, at the end they become friends. Like she wants to kill a cockroach, but he just keeps popping up. At the end they become friends. Okay. And my teacher said, cockroaches? She said, I mean, shit. She said, I've never felt sympathy for a cockroach. I don't know how you gonna convey to the audience to care about cockroaches. And she's like, do you care about cockroaches? She's like, oh no, I hate them. And she's like, make it. She's like, go ahead, make it. She's like, make it because I don't know. You go ahead, and then she actually made it to the point where it was actually really cute and really good. And my teacher at the end was like, you know, you got me. Yeah. I actually care about these fucking cockroaches. So I didn't think that was possible. But you did. And then she's like, I'm actually glad that you did.
But that's what I think is hard about like grading creativity. Yeah. Because it's like it's creativity, and then we created a curriculum around grading creativity when the essence of being creative is not supposed to be graded. You know what I mean? Yeah, no. It's like, hard, but I feel like the thing is they try to base it off of certain like, oh, if you hit X, Y, and Z points, where I feel like they need to base it off of how passionate the person is. Because there are certain people in a creative class that don't care and don't put no effort into it. Effort. Yeah. That's in high school. That's what they said. Like in art classes, that's what they said they would grade us off of effort. Yeah. Right. So they see that you put a lot of effort into something. But then I had art teachers who was like, oh yeah, it's based off of effort. And it's like, no, really, it's based off of, first, if you like me. Yeah. Second, if you even like my idea or my art piece, not based on effort. Which is like, really, because they're like, effort is how much time did you spend making this? And they're like, oh, we could tell. And it's like, no, I'll be honest. Sometimes you can't. There's some bitches that are so talented that spend like 5 minutes creating a masterpiece, and there's somebody that has to spend 2-3 weeks on a project. You know what I mean? On one project. Yeah. Where it's like, so it's not really that. It's I feel like it's literally the effort, and I feel like it's passion. It has to be passion. Yeah. Because that person that put 5 minutes into that masterpiece, are they passionate about it? And I feel like this is like fucked up, but I'm like, oh, if I was ever an art teacher, I would walk around with a lighter. And I would literally just light it and be like, do you care that much? Would you hit this out of my hand or would you punch me in my face? And to see how they react, I want to get punched in the face.
No.
When I tell you the art kids are crazy as fuck.
No, but that's my thing. Kids would have punched you in the face. If you dead ass go, what are you doing? Or like you start squaring up with me, I'm like, okay, you passed.
Those kids would have punched you dead in your shit.
And I would be glad, Caroline, because you know why? I'd be like, because you care. That piece you care about. Because I had a friend who was in art and she went to like AP art and everything, and she was so fucking talented. Did she care about any of the art she did? No, because she was that 5-minute bitch. She was like, oh, damn, I didn't do my project that's due today. And I was like, damn, it's an art project though. She's like, it's all right. And she literally just, boom, done. She gets an A. I was like, no fucking way, bro. Yeah. And I literally had other friends that were also in the AP art class that was like, bro, I've been doing this shit for weeks. Weeks. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, so I feel like the person who did it for 5 minutes, they don't give a fuck if I burnt that shit. They're like, I can make that shit again. But the person that spent 3, 4, almost 2 months on this shit would have decked me in my throat. Or really believed in their idea. Yeah, even if it did take them 10 minutes, but they believed in their idea and they said, this is what I wanted it to look like. Look, you punch me, you get A. You get an A. You get a golden star. I would leave your class with a black eye. They'd be like, do you have to call like
the people.
What is actually happening in
what
the
is actually
school?
happening?
What's happening in this class?
Is she okay? And you're
Yeah.
like, no, everything is amazing.
No, it's actually perfect.
It's actually perfect. Amazing.
It's actually perfect.
Amazing. But that's the other part, like about judging art. It's like when especially in high school, I felt like I was getting burnt out. Being like, because I was like, oh, like I'm being graded on it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like how much creativity is a part of it when it's like, actually I want a good grade, you know? Like it kind of throws you off.
I also feel like also in the real world as an artist, you don't have deadlines. Let's be honest. Like every artist that's somebody who's like, I do art, like I'm a painter, I do art, they don't have
if they're commissioned,
they don't have a deadline. Even if they're commissioned, they don't have a deadline. They'd be like, ooh,
if they're commissioned,
I gotta wait for the paint to come in from Paris.
If they have an art gallery,
it's gonna be like 2
opening.
weeks. Okay, the art gallery is the only time they have a deadline, and they've already painted all that shit.
Yeah.
They're not painting it.
They're
as soon
moving
as
it around.
Yeah,
they
literally already have it painted. So that's what I'm saying. Artists don't really have a deadline. So I found it crazy that AP Art, you guys had to do like one big art piece every month. I was like, that makes no fucking sense, bro.
Except for film, you do have a deadline and you need to stick to it.
Oh no, film makes sense.
You need to absolutely stick to the deadline.
Even a funny part, even in film,
yeah,
the deadlines.
Yeah,
the deadlines. Flexible.
It be getting pushed back and put. We know Stranger Things.
Why'd you call them out? Wow, you say we know Stranger Things. we know.
Yeah.
What are they called? The Duff Brothers?
The Duffers?
The Duffers?
Mm-hmm.
The Duffers is their name?
Yes.
It's so gross.
But yeah, I just think that it's anxiety. That was like more anxiety of like our like about career prospects and stuff like that. And I feel like anxiety just in general can make you feel so many things, you know?
Yeah, it makes you feel
like
a lot.
I physically have anxiety. Like my chest like my chest actually hurts.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going to vomit. And they're like, I remember seeing a TikTok or like an Instagram reel, and it was like, it's like me trying to figure out why I have a heart attack even though this anxiety is supposed to be mental. Like no,
it feels like that.
I literally feel my chest concaving in just imagining the prospects of my future. And I want to be creative, but I also want a living, which is so like, you know, and it's like people
hard.
think that it's easy to dream and be a dreamer, and it's like no,
hard.
You have to have so much willpower, you have to have so much belief in yourself that you levitate above the crowd.
Stranger Things.
you literally have to fight to believe in yourself. And the only way that you lose is if you quit. You know, the only way that you lose that spark in your eye is when you quit and you don't believe in your dreams. And it's so hard because everybody in your ear is always like, this isn't realistic. Like you need to have a backup plan. Like you need, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna make it. You know, I think I'm never gonna make it. And it brings that anxiety.
Yeah, it brings a lot of anxiety. But I also feel like for me, when it comes to like that anxiety part where it's just like, it's like, I get that. Oh my God, I need to have like a stable living. But then this is happening so much more often now. I'll be at work and I'll be like working, and out of nowhere I just get like, literally it feels like a panic attack is coming on. And it's like, it's like overwhelming, and I'm like, I can't stay here for the rest of my life. I can't do this. And you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And you literally feel like that. You're like, I can't.
You should watch I Saw the TV Glow, because there's literally a perfect scene that describes it. It's just like that. He's like, it's like it goes from throughout his age, and like he's like an old man now, and he's working at like a Chuck E. Cheese in a way, sort of thing. And there's like a kids party, and everybody's singing happy birthday, and all of a sudden he just goes, he's like, somebody help me! I can't do this anymore. Somebody help me! Right? And then he goes, like he like literally just like starts panicking.
No, because that's literally what I want to scream out. So that's why I'm like, wow.
Everybody else just kind of just like dies, like turns into like a, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, I watched that and I had a visceral reaction. I was like, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's exactly
what it feels like. So if I literally never got to experience my dream, I feel like that would be failing what I came to do here on earth. Yeah. Like I feel like I would just sing me a song down the river. Like I would not, if I wasn't creative every single day, if I didn't have my dream of doing what I wanted to do, damn, Might as well just die. Just die, because there's nothing else to do. Yeah. There's nothing else for me. There's nothing else for me here. Yeah. Literally nothing.
No. And that's how I feel.
Literally nothing.
Because I'll be at work.
And that gives me anxiety.
Bro, that gives me anxiety. Where it's
the thought of not ever achieving my dream gives me anxiety. And that's why I physically cannot quit. Because the day that I quit is the day that I die.
No.
The day that I die. It's the day that I pass away. I would literally just be an empty carcass. My soul will be 5 feet away from me. Yeah. And I'll just be walking around like a zombie.
No.
Dead.
Because that's how I feel. Because I'm like, oh no, like I'm so afraid to start. And then out of nowhere, I'm like, I look around and I'm like, these people have been at my job for 40 plus years.
Yeah.
And they're okay with coming in.
They're okay with
They're
it.
Okay with coming in.
This is where they're okay with being. This is their dream.
Yes.
A lot of, especially in the medical field, being a doctor, being a nurse, that actually was a lot. It actually is a lot of people's dreams.
I know.
You know? And sometimes it's not a lot of people's dreams, but they just do it because for the money. And I'm like, I can't be one of those people. I can't.
What is, okay. The best way to describe it, and the way how I'm like, oh, every time I've thought about it, it feels like this. It feels dystopian.
Yes.
Because, you know, it's like everyone's like moving almost in this like very like symbiotic type of like way. Like you're just all like flowing in the same stream, and out of nowhere, it's literally like you're in a simulation, and it's like, out of nowhere, you just like pop your head up above the stream, and you're just like, oh, we're all just doing this. What the fuck? I can't do this. And you start panicking because you're like, oh my God, no, like I can't. Like, as much as I love my job, because I do love my job, I love the people I'm with, I love talking to them, like we're all so cool with each other, but it's like, it's got to a point where now it's like at least once a month, bro. Out of nowhere, I just start literally physically start shaking. I'm just like, Kimmie, you can't stay here. Yeah. Kimmie, you can't stay here. You love these people and you'll die for these people, what the fuck ever, but you cannot stay here.
You're physically sinking.
Like,
you're physically sinking into the ground. Like you're gonna be cemented here and stuck here. If you stay,
it's like you feel the cement start to get harder, and you're like, oh fuck, I can't do this. I got to go. Like it's like
I literally,
it's flight or fight. I will cut off fight or flight.
I will cut off my ankles.
Yeah,
I will cut off my ankles to get out of that quicksand. Yeah. Because I will sink here and I will die here.
It's that adrenaline that hits you, and it's literally flight or fight, and it's like it always happens at least once a month for me. And it's literally like I can't, and you just go no,
yes,
no, like
or
no.
You go to sleep at night, and a lot of times, like, I'm a night owl, so a lot of my creativity comes with literally just I was telling Kimmie, and she was like, "What? Why do you do that?" I'm like, I don't. No, like, it's just I didn't even know that I didn't know that was weird. I thought it was just like everybody does this, but I literally will lay down. I have my headphones on and I will listen to music for maybe 5 hours, like before I have to go to sleep. Yeah, and that is like my mind just like wanders. It like just wanders, and that feels like the most peaceful, the most like liberating experience for me.
Okay, first off, let me clarify. I only said that was crazy because she said 5 hours. I said, bitch, I'd have been asleep. That's why I said that was crazy. I'm not saying what she's doing is crazy.
My mind is literally active.
Yeah,
because I'm hearing the music.
I would have been asleep.
My mind is literally active. I can't like because my mind is like hearing the music in like this different way, especially with my eyes closed and being in the dark. It's like my mind could see so much better. Like I could see so much better. I don't know. So in those moments, sometimes I could feel like when I'm laying down, like feel the anxiety like creeping up my chest. If I let my mind wander over here, it's like I could feel the anxiety sitting on my chest, and I'm like, I am gonna suffocate, and I had to sit up because I'm like I could actually feel it, like physically feel it in my life happening to me, and I don't like it. I don't. And then and I will spiral. So I'm like, listen, I need to record a podcast episode.
No,
I need to make a TikTok.
No, it's serious.
I need to write this down. I need to write a book. I need to, and it's like every creative stream just pops up because I'm like, I need it or I'm going to suffocate.
Yeah. No, that's crazy because it's literally like I think when I had a conversation with you when we watched Halloween Town. Yeah. Like it was like that was the week I actually had it. That was the week I literally sat there and was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like I literally was like, I can't do this. I just 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 can't do this. I wish I was exaggerating when I was like, no,
Mm-hmm.
no, like just no, I can't. Like,
yeah,
and it's very visceral, and it's very like you just jump. It feels like you just want to jump out your skin because you're like, bro, I must be doing something wrong.
Yes,
I don't know how
something is wrong.
Yeah, something's
I don't know
off.
what's wrong, but something is wrong.
Yeah,
it's like I do know what's wrong, but I can't fix it.
It feels like that, but in a weird way, it's like you can.
I can.
You can.
But I can't. But I can.
You can.
Yeah.
I think you can. It's just that you
it's gonna
actually
take time.
It's gonna take time, but I feel like you just have to start.
Yes.
So it's like with me, it's like just start streaming.
Yeah. Just start streaming.
Turn the camera on.
That's what I was. That's what I was trying to tell her. I was like, Kimmie,
and yap,
you
and talk.
have to do this. I was like, Kimmie, you have.
Okay, first off, let's be honest. Carolyn was like, Kimmie, you have to do it because we gotta get back in DreamCon. She said we gotta get them VIPs.
I said, listen. We gotta be there. I gotta be on a stage next year. Like,
she said we got to be on the stage next year.
I said, but next year we gotta end up on a stage again. So
she said we gotta get the celebrity treatment.
Yeah,
so you gotta start streaming.
You gotta start streaming because shit, we gotta. But at the same time, I could tell that we needed that conversation.
No, we did. Yeah, we did.
Because even then, it's still I talking to you just reminded me why I believe so hard.
Yeah.
Why I believe so hard in myself.
Yeah.
You know, like despite what anybody says, you're not gonna make it. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. It's only my dream.
Yeah.
It's only my dream and nothing else.
Yeah.
Nothing else. There's no other path. Like,
and you know what the crazy part is? It's your dream and it only affects you.
Yeah.
Like, if you achieve...
Everybody else...
Thing is, if you achieve your dream, it affects everybody else with, like, money-wise and reward-wise and name-wise and what the fuck ever-wise. But to get there, it only affects you.
Yeah. It makes... It will complete my soul.
Only affects you. And
I will light up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I literally, physically, mentally, everything deleted every single path.
Yeah.
All these other paths for me was... If it's not what I particularly wanted, then it's not supposed to be in my path.
Yeah.
I always wanted a degree. I always wanted to finish college in some sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a part of my path. I know that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to have my own film company.
Mm-hmm.
That I wanted to have a company in general, but once I was like a film company, that's a part of my path.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to start my own film. I always wanted to have my own film or create my own film. That's part of my path. I always actually wanted to act in at least one thing. That's a part of my path.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yes.
Oh,
I've always wanted to create a musical.
Didn't know. Oh, I didn't know that one
That's
either.
a part of my path. So it's like everything else that's like, oh, you need to have a backup plan that's for this, or you have to do this. All those things, I deleted them.
Yeah.
I deleted them. The only step I'm going to take is my path. I'm not taking any other step just to the backup plan because there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point. I believe in myself enough to know that only my path is the right path.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna say literally my like when I think of like my dream,
mm-hmm.
it's just being on set.
Mm-hmm.
I think like
every day you wake up and you're on set. Like, that's a beautiful dream.
Yeah, like every time when I think about it, it's like chaos. It's like me sitting in the center. Boxes are being moved. Like cameras are being moved. Lights. Everything's just being moved around.
Audio.
Me, and it's just
you hear people talking.
Yeah. Walkie-talkies going off, and it's just me in the center of all the chaos. And it's just me being like, this is nice. Like it's like almost like everyone's slow-mo, and I'm just like in real motion. Calm. And I'm just like, this is where I need to be. Yes. And I was like, I can't wait to have that moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. Oh God.
Girl, the first set that I'm gonna be on, it's gonna be like every single day. They're gonna be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I swear,
they would
I'm
look
not
at
panicking.
You.
This is literally tears of absolute joy.
Yeah.
Like absolute. When I say absolute, like peak joy.
Yeah.
Like I promise you that I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm the most okay that I have ever been in my entire life because this is exactly what I dreamed of my whole entire life.
Yeah.
My whole life.
Yeah.
So.
And the funny part is, it's like even I dreamed about it, but I just didn't think. As a kid, I didn't think that was possible because I was like, "Oh, that's just craziness." Like that's what I saw it as.
Yeah,
it's craziness.
It's not a possibility.
Yeah, but I now
is.
Like being older, I'm like, it's so attainable.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, no, it's just gonna have to.
It's gonna be hard, but we're gonna get there.
Yeah, I think that's another thing too. Why it makes the journey so much better. It's like it's gonna be hard as shit. Yeah,
it was hard, girl.
It's still
it's been hard.
That's my thing. Where it's like we've already gone through so much, so it's like, what the fuck else? What else is gonna happen? Someone's gonna tell me no. I've already been through teachers that told me no. I've already been through so much shit that people are just so mean to me for. I've gotten enough. It's like so many shit. So it's like
I've gotten enough from friends, family. I've gotten enough non-believers. And honestly, I feel like at this point I believe so hard. Everybody else believes in me too. Like I have gotten to the point where it's just like, oh, she literally does not stop talking about this. Like literally for all of my life since I figured out what film was, I have not stopped talking about it, and I think that's what makes everybody else in my family believe in me as well. They're like, oh,
she just don't shut the fuck up.
How old is she?
She how old is she? Shut up, and she keeps talking about it.
Every single time they would ask me what I'm gonna do or where I'm gonna be, I would always say film. I was like, even other paths, I'm like, oh, maybe this, maybe that, but film was always in there. It was always in there. So it's like at this point, it's gonna happen because
it's gonna have to.
It's gonna have to happen. Because
you know what I realized? Between me and you, when we get together, and I know it's so weird. But it's like, we're like witches or something. We are. Because every time we get together,
it happens.
Every time we get together, we manifest some stupid bullshit. Some stupid bullshit. It happens. Immediately.
Twins.
Twin
witches. Twin witches. Twitches. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I just realized that we are twins. Oh! No, because it really is like that, Caroline. This whole entire year has showed us that when you put two bitches that are both equally delusional, shit kind of works out.
I don't even think it's delusion anymore. I think it's literally just, I
really believe.
I think it's just us. I think it's literally just us.
It's just us.
Yeah.
It's the power of us together in a room.
Yes.
We just made the stupidest shit we manifested. We've always gotten.
Yeah.
We've always gotten.
Yeah.
Because I literally
because we bounce off our
we
bounce off our beliefs.
Because we're that. Yeah. It's not even like delusional in a bad way, but it's like, no, it's because we believe in that delusion so hard to the point where it just happens.
Yeah.
Because I remember being like, damn, it'd be so cool. I was like, DreamCon is so big, like just witnessing it all be cool. The first DreamCon we go to, Caroline is up on fucking stage. You know what I mean? Like it.
She likes her performance. She's on stage.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like this is so crazy.
Yeah.
Because I literally was like, SuperCon is so much smaller, so of course you can have your little main character moments. And I've always been like, oh, I love a main character moment because it like sticks with you. And with SuperCon with me last year and even this year, it was like, okay, I have my little main character moment. And I remember I vividly said in my head, I said, since it's Caroline's birthday, I hope she gets a main character moment at DreamCon, and then you're on stage. Yeah. And I was like, did I? I even told Jamal, I said, yeah, I really want to make this like trip more like about Caroline because it's like for her birthday. Like I really do, and you know, whatever. I really hope she likes DreamCon. And it's like, you get on stage. So it's
and
like,
I manifested a friend that really cares about me.
Stop me.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't.
But
I'll punch you.
I really did though.
I don't spend how long on my makeup. You better not fucking
We
cry.
already know this. I think we've talked about it before, but like honestly, as a kid, it's just like
that's what I'm saying.
Someone who like pays attention to me and actually cares about, you know, the same things that I care about, and you know, it's just caring and I'm not gonna say anymore.
No, that's why I started laughing.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. But you know what I mean.
My eyes are starting to water. So
you know what I mean, though.
I know she's trying so hard not to be like, yeah, I fucking love you. Yeah. You know,
stupid.
Yeah, that's why you're white. Yeah.
But
no, because I feel that. I feel that because like I was even like, I was like talking to my nana, and I told her, I was like, no, it's just really nice to have a friend that like fucking cares. Because I was like, I don't think I've had that. And I was like, it's nice to have that. It's nice to have.
It's so nice.
It's nice. Okay, you know what's nice is like to go to somebody and you say something that's wild as fuck. You're like, I don't know if this is wild. Yeah. And they'd be like, girl.
Yeah.
I feel that all the time.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Yeah. And I also like that we've met other people, even in passing or whatever. We've always met other people that are like, wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like we've met a lot. I think this year we met a lot of randos, like randoms. Very accepting, very nice, not weird, not putting people down type shit. Like, because even at DreamCon, we met people that were just nice. Yeah. And was like, oh wow, you're into film? I'm into film too. It was like stuff like that where I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm. And I was telling Kimmie, I was like, I feel like life literally pushed us together.
Yeah.
Like, despite everything else that happened, it was like, y'all bitches don't fucking listen. Y'all bitches literally don't pay attention and y'all don't listen. We're trying to make you guys friends. Do you understand that? Like, you guys are supposed to be friends. Do you understand? Like, I don't know how many other scenarios you guys have to go through.
You know what's the crazy part? It's two oblivious bitches having to be.
Yes. Like, literally, it was literally like pushing us together. It was like, you guys have to be friends. Like, I don't know if you guys have both been asking for the same thing.
Can you just be friends?
You guys are not paying attention. Like, just be friends. Just be friends.
Just
like,
do it.
Just be friends.
Just shut up and be friends.
Literally, people in real life had to be like, y'all should just be friends.
Oh, and
duh,
we're like,
duh, that makes sense.
Really?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I think that's so
because even then, like, when we had a scenario where I was just like, well, fuck it, I'm going. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, whatever. I guess I'll lose whatever was there. I don't know. Like, it would just be me again. I'm like, I don't know how many times it's just been me, but it's been me, and I've been doing great by myself.
Yeah.
But even though I wanted this, and I wanted this so bad, if it's not gonna work out, it's not gonna work out. It'll have to be somebody else. I walked away.
Yeah.
And Kimmie was like, girl.
That's exactly how it happened. I said,
girl. She said, girl.
That's crazy.
She said, I ain't going nowhere, bitch.
Not really. I said, girl, that's crazy.
I said, you, us friends?
Yeah.
Us friends? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's great.
No, it was like the funniest thing because Caroline got up from that table, left, right? Got up from the table, left.
I was like, fuck it. I was like, that's it.
Oh.
Okay, well, we're too long.
Yeah, it's all right. It's whatever. No, but like Caroline got from the table, left, right? And I was like, oh, damn, like she's like gone. And it was almost like I hate to say it like this. It was a visceral reaction to like go see you.
Yeah.
Like I got to the car and I was like, I know where she lives. I said,
I'm about to pull up.
I said, no. I said, Kimmie, that might actually be like stalker territory. Because I hope you understand. Yeah. I was so close to driving to your house at the same time.
Yeah.
Same time. I was so close. And I was like, I'll call.
But you know what's funny is that I was like, nobody gives a fuck. That's really what I was thinking. I was like, nobody gives a fuck. And I was like, this is just the end. Whatever the fuck. Like, I was pissed off.
Yeah.
And then you called me. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh.
Because again, I was like, I can't just drive her out. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, like, especially because it was an argument that had happened. Mm-hmm. I wasn't involved. I was really just like the middle party. Like, I was really just like, I don't know what's going on. I was really just sitting there like trying to eat my nachos. Like, I really didn't know what shit was going on. Okay? I was supposed to be the mediator. And shit didn't get mediated. Okay? Because I was like, I don't know what's happening. I'll be honest, I had no clue what's happening. You both was going at it. I said, these nachos kind of good. Right? I was so lost.
Yeah.
So then, and then it was like literally you got up and you left, and it was like literally almost like I can't even explain it. It was like I felt drawn to like get up and go.
Yeah.
And the whole entire time when I was with the other person, it's like they could feel it and they could see it. That I was like, oh, she's gone too. That's what that was for that other person, because they looked at me and I was just like, so I got work in the morning. Like, I really just wanted to, like, I couldn't explain to you, but I wanted to leave because I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I just don't like this. Like, how this whole entire scenario ended up. I don't like this. Like, I just don't like it. And I just didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I don't want to be there. And so I literally, like, I found so many excuses. I did everything and I just left. I literally, like, at one point, I just like, okay, well, I have work in the morning. And I lied. I didn't have work in the morning. Did I have work? No. I was off. I was off. I had to. I don't even get it. I had to leave, yo. I had to leave. I was like, I can't stay here.
Yeah.
I couldn't stay there. I was like, I just can't. You know, it's like, it's so funny because like the universe is like, just leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And because I'm telling you right now, because that person knew I was leaving, it's like they dug, like they did everything. Like they dug their nails deep into me that night, bro. And the whole entire time I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. Like I'm gonna,
and I was just.
You were already gone, so I was like,
gone.
I have to go. And that's like another thing too, like about Pisces, where it's like the minute the glamour's off.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. The minute the glamour is off, we go. We are done.
Yeah.
Because Pisces is like we give, and we take, and then it's just like a switch flip off in the Pisces heads where it's like, oh, I'm not doing this no more. You had your time. I gave you a lot of time. I told you everything. I laid everything out on the table now. Now you're trying to, and it's always happened to me in relationship where it's like, even my exes knew when I was about to leave. Because they're just like, no, you just changed up. And I was like, yeah, because I'm tired. I'm tired. You should have tried harder. When you see me pull back, you need to start pulling. You need to actually start, yeah. That night, oh, trust me, I literally was like, I gotta go.
And that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Like, I gotta go.
Literally, it was like, you too.
Yeah.
Like, we've been trying. I don't know if you've been paying attention. And we're literally just so blonde. We
are.
Like, I'm sorry to blonde people, but like, literally, we're so blonde.
Stupid. We're just like,
we're like,
exactly.
Literally that. Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, the Mac concert was probably the first wrench they threw life threw at us. It was like,
yes. Literally like, so do you get it? And we're like, and then we ended up at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
The second wrench thrown in and was like, we were literally stuck at that Starbucks for like 2 hours waiting. It
was literally like 3 to 4
hours. 4 hours.
Because we had the egg rolls and we ate them and we was basically done.
Yeah. But we were literally waiting at that Starbucks and we were just talking and like chatting or whatever. It was just like, I was like, this is cool. I'm like, she cool. We're talking about Stranger Things. We're talking about everything. We're just like, you know, so it's just like, I feel like you just have to pay attention. Like, pay attention to the signs and where you're supposed to be, where you're being led. Yeah. And us being creatives, we're being led towards being creative in many different avenues.
And it's also like, the universe can only help you out so much.
Yeah.
How many more times are you going to get confirmation to do it?
Yeah.
How many more times are you going to get confirmation to do it before you do it?
Yes.
Because even if you do it and it's not to your standards, keep doing it because it will.
Yes.
Because one thing that I was like, wow, I didn't realize that you really just have to keep doing it was the podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast, I'm sorry, from the first episode to right now is completely different. It really is just two different beasts. And I love that. Because like, we started. We started, we had a vision, we had a little now.
I was telling Kimmie, I was like, we started the podcast with one camera at 720p, like
yes, like
at like the great, like, you know what I'm saying? We just dove in.
Yeah, it's
dove in hard.
Yes, you have to do it. You have to keep doing it. And I feel
like the podcast, I'm sorry, y'all are here too, but the podcast is for us.
Yeah, it's us.
Genuinely for us.
It's our therapy session.
It's literally for us. It's literally for us.
Yeah, but you guys are also along too because I feel like that's relatable of just doing it. Just literally do it. Yeah. If you have so much confirmation to the point where it's I think the last straw for me, deadass, where I was like, you know what, Kimmie, you're just gonna have to start streaming. And I started coming up with like a schedule and now I have to change my name. Because she don't like my name.
No, I don't.
But I like it. It's be cute. Like, what happens if like that's like the gamer name, but like my name is different? We'll have to work on it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that one.
Yeah. So anyways, so one of our episodes, we talked about DreamCon in fucking lengths. We talked about DreamCon for so fucking long, right? Just the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm sure this one is getting up there too. Sorry, we got to really end soon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's like we close it up with a cute little statement. And okay. But that fucking episode, right? That barely got fucking views. It got like 50 possible views.
Who?
That episode.
No, it got a lot of views. It's like at 80 something.
I have not seen it recently. That's what I'm saying. I was like 50-ish views at the time I seen it. Right? I said, I'm so glad that we had talked about it. Especially when I had talked about Bree and everybody and whatever. Caroline, I'm literally sitting there and I'm with like my friend, and me and her are sitting there and we're like, I'm helping her apply so that she can like get out of her job right now. And she got a baby, so her baby was in my lap, and I'm literally so occupied. And Caroline calls me. I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on?
I said, did you see my text message?
Yeah, first off, when Caroline called me, sometimes I'll be like, is either she dying or is she being dramatic? There's no in between. So I was like, oh, she might be dying. She goes, did you see my text? I said, no, what happened? And she's like, Bree commented on our fucking episode. I said, what are you talking about? I said, what are you, I literally was like, what are you talking about?
What are you saying? What?
I was like, what are you talking about?
She went back to like,
I said,
what
are you talking about, Caroline? I said, it can't be Bree. She's like, no, it's Bree. It's Bree. I said, relax. I was like, okay, whatever. I go on my phone and I see it, and I literally start freaking out. I said, oh my gosh, she commented on our fucking podcast, on our episode. We were talking about her.
I said, she came to find you.
And then she was like, yo, Kimmie. And then the funniest part
I said, this is confirmation.
You literally yelled that. You were like, this is confirmation, Kimmie. This is fucking confirmation.
I said,
do it now.
Start your fucking podcast.
Your fucking podcast.
Start your fucking streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, this is literally confirmation. Like, you look up to her and she streams.
Yeah.
This is your confirmation, literally, them telling you.
Yeah. It was
to go ahead and start
just
streaming.
so funny because she was like, in the same sentence, she was like, yeah, this is confirmation. Like, you actually have to do it now. Like, before you probably didn't have to, but now you actually have to.
Yeah.
And then, like, literally later on that night, it was like, it
sunk
in more and more that night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to.
Yeah.
Kind of have to.
That was literally like not even the first time that I feel like it was confirmed for her. That was like the third time. Like, you met her twice.
Met her twice.
Talked with her. Said how she inspired you.
Yeah.
And then she comments. Like, that's, to me, that's like
too many times.
That's a 3 times. That's a triple whammy.
Yeah.
Like,
and again, I have to get my bitch back up on stage. So I'm gonna have to start streaming.
Right. Yeah.
Cause we have some bangers for the cosplays and everything.
Yeah.
But guys, we are actually way before the time.
Yep.
I don't even know if we're gonna be. Yeah, we're way before the time. But anyways,
y'all,
thank you guys so much.
Follow your dreams.
Thank you guys so much. And I just hope you guys feel the same way that we feel. Yeah. You probably do. Even if you feel like it's so small and insignificant, it's not to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if someone says, "Oh, this is so silly. This is so whatever," just remember it's not for them. It's for you.
If you feel it, it's for you.
If you truly at night when you sit there and you close your eyes and you go, "This is what I want in my life," then you go get it.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, no one else is gonna help you get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think, sadly enough, Tyler the Creator is a good example. That man really said, no one was taking my music seriously.
There's a lot of examples. Pharrell Williams,
but I was just like, Tyler the Creator is something that I feel like we could really grasp onto, because like he really was like, I literally named myself Tyler the Creator. I'm supposed to create shit.
Yeah.
And music is what I want people to know me for, and no one knows me for it.
Right.
So he said, I did that.
Yeah.
He said, I did that, and I started really focusing more on music, because his music wasn't bad back in the day. It wasn't. It just was a little bit much.
Yeah.
It wasn't digestible.
It
for
wasn't
audiences.
there yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, fine. But
he didn't perfect it.
Yeah.
But
that's
now,
my thing. It's like he's a great example of, if you truly want something, you do it.
Right.
Because he could have made money off of just being a funny guy his whole life.
Right.
It's not like he wasn't.
Right.
But that's not what he wanted, and that's not what he saw at the night when that
that's
man closed his eyes.
Yeah,
that's not what he saw.
Yeah,
he didn't see him being the forever funny man. He saw him being an artist,
right?
And that's what you guys have to do.
And if you see yourself being an artist, stick with
artist
it.
in any form, bro.
Stick with your dream. Do not kill your spirit.
Don't
keep it alive and feed it. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you
Put
guys.
it in your pocket, never let it fade away.
Yeah, guys.
Pop up.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
I know this was a long, lengthy episode.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that funny, but this was a serious talk, guys.
This is a very serious
talk. This is a serious principal sit down talk.
Yeah.
Okay, we're the principals. You're the students. Listen up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow, like, subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you in our next podcast episode.
CNK
signing out.